Cadence. I want to look at your 2.06 project. We got a few things that are a little off here. Okay, the first thing, I'm starting with your template here. And you obviously you did the wish list, create a list of 3 items you want. You did research, you find out where you can purchase those, record the price. It says think about what user input is required for others to use your program. I don't know that you put any thought to anyone else using your program. Like if you gave your wish list to me, and I might find somewhere with better prices. And then you said, think about your right equation and calculate the subtotal, the tax, and the total cost. And it says just use $5.99, and tax is 6.5%. So the output should have all of that good stuff. So you put that down there when you're planning this. The design, define your main function. Input statements. So this is what was missing. I don't see. Ask the user for at least 3 numeric values, which means the user should say, oh, I found this for this price, and I found this for this price. And so the user should enter in 3 prices based on your wish list as the way you wrote it. Calculations and output. So let's take a look. You said, show the things I want. Pet rate, Deltarune, Call of Duty, show the prices, but that's where it should be the user inputs the prices as they find them, add tax and shipping, print total final cost, and then change variables, fix the names. Okay, but let's look at your actual code here. Okay, so here's the code, and I want to run it and show you that there's a problem. So when I just hit run, of course, it doesn't ask me anything because it's all right there. So you got CD version. Here's their 3 things you want. You already printed the prices there, which that was supposed to be user input, but we talked about that. But I want to look at your totals down here. Subtotal, $162. Let's see, this is about 70, 67, 20. Okay, so that looks about right. Tax, $6.50. If the tax is 6.5%, that means for every $1, there's 6.5 cents of tax. For every $100, there'd be $6.50. This would be $100 exactly. Would be the tax, $6.50. So your tax is not calculating correctly. It should be 6.5% of the $162.12. Then you have shipping of $5.99. But then look at this: the total cost. If the items cost $162, and with your $6 and $6, $492. Something's seriously wrong there, because that total is much, much higher than those 3 things added together. So let's go look a little bit into the code and see what we can fix. First off, let's take off this because we're not going to tell them the prices. They're going to enter their own prices when they look it up online, because the user has to input that. Instead of this, we're going to say, well, we can call it Deltarune equals. Take off the $24.99. Have a float input. What is the price of Deltarune? Two parentheses to close, 2 opening. So now we're asking the user, and we're saving it under Deltarune. It's going to be a float value because it's not just dollars, it's dollars and cents. Input, what is the price of Deltarune? And then we can do the same thing for the other 2. Okay, so now all the prices will be entered by the user, which is what our template said needed to happen. Then the flat cost, or the subtotal, would be adding those 3 together. Great. And the tax, oh, here's where we're into problem. The tax, you said whatever this is together, multiply it times 3. Wow, that's expensive tax. We got to pay 300% tax. No, this is where we calculate the 0.065. That's 6.5%. So whatever this cost is, multiply it by 6.5%, and that's the tax. The shipping fee, here, since we're going to add up a total, shipping fee is we'll just say it's $5.99. So the tax is this, the shipping is this, and the total cost would be the flat cost plus the tax cost plus, wrong button, shipping fee. So this is like our subtotal, tax, and shipping. We add those three together, and that gives us what the total cost is. Then we need to print it. Now, you've already got subtotals out here. If I found different prices, I wouldn't have this total. If I entered $10 for each, my subtotal would be $30. Wouldn't be 162. So since let's take that off. We can put some spaces in there. Plus, hit the plus. String. We got to remember we're going to use string if we print numbers and words in the same thing. So that was flat cost. And then tax. Let's give that a few spaces too. Plus string tax cost. And then the shipping would be $5.99. We actually leave that. Let's just bring it over the same amount of spaces up with the rest of it. And then the total cost is the total cost. And I'll take out some spaces just to. I know you're lining up underneath there, but I took those out. So let's run it now. See what happens. See if we got any errors. So it's price of Delta Raider. I'm going to say I found it for $50. And Call of Duty I found for $48.99. And I found Shadow the Hedgehog for $12. Oh, flat cost is not defined. I must have messed something up. Oh, I didn't capitalize your C. That's my fault. I did not do that correct. Okay, so that's the only place that's used. Okay, did I do everything else? Call of Duty, I should have capitalized the D. Oh, that's not used anywhere else. So, okay. Flat cost, tax cost, shipping fee, capitalize the F. Okay, we're good. Let's try this again. I found it for $50. I found this for $48.99, and I found this for $12. So the subtotal, I guess I should have it print out the prices individually. Subtotal will be $110.99. That sounds right. $48.99, $12, and $50. The tax will be $7.21. It's a little over $100, so it should be a little over $6.50. $5.99, and the total cost is the $124, which is what these three added together would be. So, all right. Few things we just had to fix there. Few things we had to fix, but the main thing is it had in here that we have to have in our design ask the user for 3 numeric values, and then we had some of the calculations were incorrect. But overall, I like it. It's solid. It's got it does the wish list like as ask. It just doesn't have any user input. So every time I run it, it's exactly the same. Now when I run it, if somebody else goes and they find different prices, it'll be different when they put their prices in. So that's the thing about writing programs, is we got to think about other people using the program. Everyone that uses your program, it would just print the exact same things, but people shop around, right? There's sales, things go on sale, things got coupons, So pay attention, miss a little detail on the user input, but otherwise it's pretty good. And check your calculations was done. See if that all makes sense. The $400 total price was stood out right away as a problem. All right, I'll get this feedback to you. We'll see you in class.